Right, hi everyone. Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. I am here starting a new playthrough series on this game. I've been playing it for the last few days and I've been really enjoying it. So I thought it would be an awesome game to play through with you. What I want to do with this game is only play it on this account on YouTube so that you will see me, you'll follow with me through the entire game. I'm going to be running it to start off with absolutely no mods, so completely vanilla for a little while, and then when we get to a certain level and we've got through a certain amount of content, I'm going to start installing mods, and then each video will look at those mods in detail and have a talk about them and show you where they're all from, what they do, things like that. So I hope that's going to be something you guys will enjoy. Here's my, as you can see in front of you, what we're going to be setting up as. So G60 Hauling will be our company. This looks exactly like me, except for I'm not that good looking and my hair's not quite that white yet. But yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so we need to select a city that we want to start in. As you can see, I've got all the DLCs, all the map DLCs downloaded, so we've got lots of places to pick from. I do actually now stream this game on Twitch. It's a very similar concept that we're just playing through the whole game together, but with that one I'm not taking out any bank loans or anything like that. Really sorry about the music at the moment. I'll have to deal with that in a second. In my Twitch one, I actually started in Birmingham in the UK because that's the closest place to where I actually live in real life. But what I want to do this time is I want to start in a company in Europe, because most of our time in this game is probably going to be spent in Europe. Therefore, it makes more sense to have our home base somewhere around there. Now, my home away from home is actually Poland. My other half is Polish, and I spent a lot of my time in Poland, and I really like it over there. So we're going to pick somewhere in Poland, close to where she lives. And the closest one that we have to that is probably going to be Poznan. So we're going to have Poznan as our home base. No, we don't need to go through the tutorial. So here we are in Euro Truck Simulator 2. And this is Poznan. At last you have the chance to experience your dream job, driving a truck. Your own transportation company is now open for business, but sadly you lack the money to buy a truck. You have to work for other companies as a driver for hire. Your task is to safely deliver a load of empty pallets to Stokes Dock in Poznan. Your employer has provided you with a vehicle and will cover all expenses. Don't let anyone down and arrive on time. Right, before we get started, I'm just going to fiddle about my keybinds and change the sounds and all those kind of things, so give me 1 sec. Right, so I've just had a little fiddle around with all the controls. I've got everything set up. I'm using a Thrustmaster TSXW with the Sparco P310 competition mod wheel, which is not ideal for this game, but it is what I have at the moment. So set up, ready to go. Now, when you start out in this game, you don't have your own truck. You have to earn money and take out loans if you want to be buying things. You don't have to take out loans, but you can take out loans to speed things up. But as you can see, we've not even done our first job yet, so we've got really access to nothing whatsoever. So what we'll do is we'll jump into our first quick job that you get auto-assigned. So I'm just going to fiddle with this over here by pressing the F5 button, changing that, and let's turn the truck on. We're in a, what we got? So if I hit the F6 key, you get a little summary of the job that you're doing. So we're taking some empty pallets, 21 tons of, to Stokes in Poznan. So we've got 4 hours and 57 minutes left to do the job. We have a look on the map. Over here, it's a very short haul, I believe. Yeah, that's a really tiny haul, but we've actually got some collectibles that we can get from over there. So what I'm going to do is, well, that's not gone well, is it? Is I want to go out and actually get these. So yeah, so actually we've modified the route a bit, so we can go and collect this and this. So That looks like a garage that we can probably buy, and that might be a dealership or a job agency. So you want to pick those things up as early as you can in this game because it's going to help you out massively later on. Get rid of that, and let's jump into it. Now I will be driving with an automatic gearbox because I don't have an H pattern shifter or a what are they called, SKRS or anything like that. So because I'm just starting out here, those things will have to come later, and I also don't have any kind of head track or anything like that. So I try and be a bit smooth with how I handle the wheel and whatnot. Yeah, let's have a quick look around inside the truck. It's a Volvo FH16. It's pretty, it's fine, it's alright. Got a decent sat nav there, so we can actually turn that off by pressing the F3 button. If you hit the F2 key, you actually get these virtual mirrors. So if you don't have triple screens, or you don't want to keep looking around for those mirrors whilst you're driving, so yeah, you can have that virtual rearview mirror on screen there at all times, which is actually really helpful. So start the truck up, apply the handbrake. Let's have a quick look out of the back of us there. She's got a nice curtain-sided. Is that curtain-sider? No, it's solid-sider. Trailer on. Okay, so let's take the handbrake off and let's go. So we'll whack our indicator on. Let's check the traffic. So like I said, this is the totally vanilla game with no add-ons. So let's get on with the job here. We've got to remember that we're going to be driving on the right-hand side of the road because we are in Europe. Sorry, car, didn't mean to spell it in front of you. Now I would like to get myself an H pattern shifter and an SKRS at some point in time. Currently I sit in a Playseat Challenge when I'm playing this game, so that doesn't really lend itself very well to having accessories bolted onto the side of it. Although I know you can get a bracket that will hold an H pattern shifter. Although I'm not sure how effective that actually is in the real world. So as you can see on our, actually let's get rid of that. Nope, wrong button. Right. We're going to turn left here. Now you can have spoken satellite navigation, which I do often use, and I may go back to when we start installing mods, because I'm honestly terrible at reading the sat nav and usually miss junctions because I'm too busy not paying attention. But there we go. So there's something here on our right, that's a garage. That might actually be our garage in a minute. So we're going to go into the left lane, get ready to turn left here. Yeah, so later in this year, I am hoping that I will be getting myself a decent rig. There we are, it's a job agency here on the left. Discovered a recruitment agency, here you can hire drivers who will work for you. Oh, we probably want to go on the correct side of the road as well. Whoops. See, not paying attention as usual. Yeah, so later in the year I am hoping to get myself a half decent rig so that I can start using attachments and upgrade my setup and be a bit more comfortable whilst I'm playing games like this and iRacing and whatever other sims I decide to pick up and have a go at. So as I do upgrade, I will try and bring you some reviews and some tips on the things that I'll be picking up and trying out. The first thing that should be coming in the post at some point this month will be head tracking unit, which we'll go into more detail about later on, which is quite exciting. Because I currently play on a 24-inch single screen setup, which isn't ideal because, like I said, you have to be looking around like this all the time, and it can be a bit of a pain. I mean, it's not the end of the world, it's first world problems, but I think the head tracking will add a nice little bit of extra immersion. I'm on the fence of whether I want to go to triple screen setup or an ultra wide. We're not going left that way. Right. Keep an eye on that trailer behind us. I'm going off down here. So I'm going to try and keep these videos shortish. So one job per video, but this one we will do 2 jobs because this job's quite short, obviously. Yeah, it'll only be about a 6-minute video or something like that. So we'll park this one up and then we will go and find another job. So you're about to see my biggest struggle at the moment with truck driving in general is my ability to park is horrific. Oh. So it often takes me as long to park the bloody thing as it does to drive the thing there. But I'm getting better. You do have the option when you start the game to have simple parking mode or safe. It's called safe parking mode, isn't it? Right, straighten her up a bit. Or you can just skip the parking altogether. But if you skip the parking altogether, you get less XP for doing the job, and honestly, it doesn't really add to the immersion of the game. Well, it takes away from the immersion of the game, should I say. We're making a right pig's ear out of this one. So there you go, I've somehow managed to royally screw that up, haven't I? So let's try straightening her up again. Drive out into the road here. So, nope, already going the wrong way. I've done exactly the same thing as I did before here. I just have to spin it round and try it from a different angle. Here we go. Yeah, it might be a bit easier this way. See, the struggle is real. You can hit that trailer. Oh, we're very close to it though, aren't we? But we're getting there. We're getting much closer towards where we need to be. Maybe I'll fast forward to all of this for you. You don't have to be perfectly in these boxes when you park them, but it's a good idea to try and be as precise as you can, and we're going to hit that, aren't we? Alright. Straighten it up one more time. I think we'll be there. There you go. Oh my gosh, and there we are. Right, handbrake on. Press T to drop the trailer. See, told you, it takes me almost as long to park it as it does to do the whole thing. Now, there we go, we've got ourselves 45 experience and we're, what, a quarter of the way into level 1, so excellent. Now you always get thrown into your first job, and here's your first garage, actually. This is our headquarters. A skanky little box it is. It's a pretty basic garage, it may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, you haven't got anything to park there yet, so there are no trucks in sight. Once you've earned enough money and bought a truck, you'll be able to move in the world freely and run your own business from here. Good luck. Yeah, I'm going to need it. Oh, and here's a little pop-up from the World of Trucks people for the Operation Genoa Bridge. So I suggest if you're watching this in June of 2020, go and have a look at this and see how you can help out. Right, so we've done our first job. We've got 2,361 euros in the bank. We've got no truck dealers available to us yet or anything like that. We wouldn't have enough money to buy a truck anyway, so let's just go to the open job market and click on quick job to get hired as a professional driver. No fuss. Everything is provided for. Just pick a job and drive. So let's see what this one is. Poznan to Gdansk. Please don't kill me for my pronunciation, people. And that is 248 Ks. We'll get paid 3,598 euros for that. And we would be in a Scania R 2009, 360 horsepower. And that would be taking 21 tons of wood beams. Or we could take 14 tons of wood shavings over to Berlin. These are all good little jobs. This one down here actually pays the best euro per kilometer, and that's a Mercedes new Actros Stream Space, 517 horsepower. It's only 196 kilometers. Pays 3,227 euros. We obviously haven't opened any of that bit of the map up yet, so that's. Should we do 11? Let's do that one. Right. Let's have a quick look on the map. We zoom in here, see if we've got anything that we can discover. No, it's going to be going back through Poznan and down these roads here. We will be going past this anyway, into Lodz. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need. Hopefully that's a truck dealership, but I don't think it will be. We'll find out when we get there. So let's have a quick look around the Mercs, turn the ignition on. Sunroof up there. Tachometer, I think those are. It's not a bad interior, I suppose. Could live with it if we had to. Oh, hang on. What button is it we're looking for here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we've got two tractors on the back and some ploughing equipment, it looks like. The Actros in black. It's not bad looking, I guess. Right. Do we have a sat nav? We do have a sat nav, so we can turn that off. Start her up. Handbrake on. How do we get out of here? So it looks like we need to go over there, so straight to the right. Off we go. And we're going to be going right. So one thing I'm not great at yet is modulating my braking so that we don't lose all the momentum. of driving. So, off we go. Now even this, though this is the vanilla experience of Euro Truck Sim, and the world doesn't look horrible around us. Fairly basic, but it's serviceable. We're speeding already. Right, there's our cruise control on. Nope, didn't put the cruise control on. Seems to be going 50 kilometers an hour here. We've got 766 kilometers left in the tank. I'm definitely going to have to remember to keep an eye on the sat nav without my guy talking to me. I'll rely on him when I'm streaming. So these first few tasks that we're going to be taking out in the game are going to be fairly short. The focus early on is just going to be to getting leveled up and getting some skills and opening up the ability to take out bank loans so that we can actually buy our first truck. So yeah, you've got to start somewhere. Poznan! Slowing down to 50. What I have noticed while playing this game is there doesn't seem to be a lot of variable speed limits in Europe. So I'm not sure how it actually is in Europe, but you know, here's what it is. And we're going to be going right here. Yeah, I'm on truck. Oh, what's happened here? Hard hit. No, he went to turn right. Thought it was a little accident. A little rear ender. So let's keep an eye on the trailer on the right hand side. We made that round nicely. So, yeah. Off we go. I like to rely on the sat nav in this game. Not sat nav. On the cruise control in this game to oof, that was close. We nearly got fines then for driving through those lights. Yeah, I like to rely on the cruise control just to make sure I'm not speeding in this game. Probably shouldn't, but hey. Right, so there's nothing coming on our right there. We're going to go racing line through the middle of it all and indicate out. Probably not the safest route through. Reset the camera. One thing you'll find in this game as well is that whilst you're driving these jobs where you're hiring out as a driver and not using your own truck, is that each truck will be set up differently in terms of how the cab's laid out and how the seats are set up and the mirrors and all that sort of thing. So they might not be to your particular liking. But if you want to change them, you're going to have to change them every time you get into a different truck, which is kind of annoying. So I tend to just leave them alone and live with them. And when you get your own truck, then you can set it up, and you're only able to set it up once, and that's it. It's set up for you for life then, which is good. So at the moment I've got quite a minimal HUD on, but if you're driving along and you hit the F5 button, this brings up your navigation panel here, which will oh, hang on. If you keep hitting F5, it will show you various views, which is quite good like that. But what you can also see on there is you can see your... Oh, we came very close with the trailer. You can see in the top left there you've got your speedo, you've got your gear selection. The truck symbol actually shows how much damage your truck has taken. Then next to that is your fuel gauge, so obviously how much fuel you got left. And then on the right of that golden envelope means that I have an email waiting for me, which we're not going to read here because we're driving, and you don't look at your emails while you're driving. Right, hook it left, or right? Yeah, left. I will learn my left from my right one day. You can also see there on the right hand side the amount of money that you currently have. So I've got 2,361 euros. Nothing coming, so let's just pull out. We've got an 80km/h speed limit here, which is nice. Then in the middle, obviously, you've got your navigation and your indication of your speed, of your speed limit, sorry. Then below that again is your current ETA for completing the job. So you can see we're due to be arriving at our destination at 2:03. Central Eastern Summertime. I'm guessing CEST is 152 kilometers left to drive and 2 hours 21 minutes of game time. And I'm not going to go into how game time works because frankly, yeah, I don't really understand it. But every time I've looked at game time, I've massively misjudged it. I'm just going to drive over here to this one. Not sure why I picked this one, but there we go. Slowly does it. Walk forward a bit, there we go. Let's follow that instruction to hit the enter key. At the moment, because we are not self-employed, our employer should be handling all these things. What happened then? Why aren't we allowed through? There we go. Just had to pull forward a little bit. That took a long time. Right, and then, so yeah, on our navigation panel here, looking down to the bottom, you can see you've got the F keys that tell you, give you a little summary of what their functions are. So F5 is your navigation, F6 tells you about the job that you're on, F7 is just a summary of what you've got, and you can view services and adjustments on the fly, and F8 is your short message button. So F1 does your pause, and F2 and F3 closes that all up if you dab it twice. So there you go, just a little overview quickly for you. There might be some other functions and things in there that I've missed, but as far as I'm aware, that's how I use it when I need it. Every now and then I like to have a look at it just to check how far we're going, but if I've got a sat-nav in the truck, like I have here in this Mercedes, I like to have it off, completely off, because I find it's a real big distraction having it over there and really detracts from the experience of the game. For me personally, that is. Yeah. So earlier on I was talking about not having an H pattern shifter, saying that I drive these trucks in automatic. You don't have to drive them in automatic if you don't have an H pattern shifter. You can use sequential flappy paddles, and that's fine to do so. You'll get the full 12 gears. You won't get the high and low unless you set it up like that, but that would mean multiple buttons and paddles you'd have to use to get that. But I've just chosen to drive these in automatic for now. Most of these European trucks are automatics in real life anyway, but I definitely would like to get into using an SKRS and actually learning to drive these trucks as they would be driven in real life. So we're coming up here on the right hand side on a European service station. You can get fuel there and you can rest there. I've actually turned the fatigue simulation off of this because I am the fatigue simulator for this game. If I'm sitting on a particularly long haul, then I get tired before the game gets tired. But yeah, I just figured it's such an annoying mechanic from the game that I don't personally like, that I've turned it off, but we still got fuel that we have to think about. Usually when you're picking up these quick jobs, the employer has fuel to the trucks with enough fuel for you to get to where you're going. The only time you might need to fuel up is if you run into detours. So you can very annoyingly run into road traffic accidents where the entire road network is closed and you have to take a pretty massive detour around, which can add hundreds and hundreds of kilometers and many hours to your driving time, which is a pain, but you know, this is a simulator, so it is like real life. Oh, doing some lumberjacking on the right back there. So we're driving through some nice road environments here. Actually, I do like what we're looking at. This game is 8 years old now, I think, something like that. So it's not going to be ultra new, super realistic, high def mega graphics from the base game, but there are mods you can download to make the thing look prettier and more realistic, and we will get into those in later videos. I think until we are able to buy our first truck, I'm actually going to run the game completely vanilla, and then the mods that we will install will only be the mods that complement the visuals of the game and how the mechanics are improved. I don't want to put anything in the game that's going to make the game easier, so because that's not what this is all about. This is about experiencing the realist trucking simulation I can get to, whilst also maximizing my enjoyment of the experience through the visuals and the sounds and the, I don't know, how the AI works and all those kinds of things. So like I said, we'll focus on those elements of the game in later videos. In each video we'll have a particular mod. So if that's something that you'd like, then, you know, chuck a thumbs up, and if you've got any suggestions for mods that you'd like me to look at in later videos, then of course put those in the comments for me. I've got some ideas of the direction I'm going to go in and where I want to end. So I think most people are probably going to start talking about pro mods, and I'm very excited to try out pro mods. I'm going to be installing it onto my Twitch profile, because my Twitch profile is all modded. Again, nothing that makes the game easier, just improve the enhancement of the game. And pro mods is something that I want to get on before my next stream. The reason I'm not putting all the mods on straight away on this one is I want to try and experience and appreciate... Oh, bollocks. Didn't notice we were speeding. My bad. So there you go. See, you can get fined for speeding. You got to be careful what you're doing. I'm going to turn the lights on so I can see a bit better. Right, we're going to go over to the right-hand side. Trucks usually go on the right-hand side in Europe. Actually, I don't think it matters through here. So we just got fined 80 euros now. Our employer doesn't take care of the fines. That's taken out of our own bankroll. So there we go. We just lost ourselves 80 euros from speeding, which is totally my fault. Wasn't paying any attention. I was too busy nattering away to you guys. What was I talking about? Yeah, reason this isn't modded from the get-go is to do with the fact that I want to try and remember and really appreciate the mods when we add them. Because as I've been playing it on stream, it's just been modded from the start. So it's like I can't tell the difference when I'm playing that game about how different it looks or how different it sounds or how different it feels. Maybe jumping back and forth between these two will do that, but yeah, if we play this in vanilla for a little while, then I think we'll have a better appreciation of how the mods actually change the game, which I think would be nice. Right, gotta be careful with that trailer. Need to go a little bit wider. It was totally legit, I swear. I'm not sure why that didn't reroute us though, because it often does reroute us automatically on the sat nav. So maybe I've not turned on an option that I meant to. Right, check the handbrake on whilst we're waiting here. And we're going to pull out behind this car, or is he turning down here? No, he was just slowing down to have a look at us for some reason. Such is the AI in this game. They like to do weird shit like that. Very bizarre. So I don't think we got far. Let's just whack the F5 and see. We've got 16 kilometers left, which is nice. So we're almost done here. We only got one fine for speeding, which is good. Try not to get another one. We'll have ourselves some nice money in the bonk. Right, we're going to go right here. So yeah, if you want to come and check out the Twitch stream, then my Twitch channel is twitch.tv/RickyG60, same name as on here. I'm going to be trying to stream 3 to 4 times a week, so probably Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, kind of 8 PM UK time to 10:30 UK time, depending on life factors. And at the moment, I actually have a bit more free time, so I might be streaming those same days, but during the day, like 1 PM to 4 PM UK time. So please feel free to come over and join me on Twitch. It'd be awesome to have you there. It's a different experience because obviously I get to chat with you guys who are viewing and talking to me in the chat. So rather than me just rambling on about all kinds of nonsense, as I'll probably end up doing in these videos, it'll be more focused on you guys and who's viewing with me. So yeah, it'd be really great to have anyone from here over there. It's always nice to have more people to talk to. Are we going to pick that up? A recruitment agency, nice. So yes, please come and join me over there. I think we're going to have to go in the left lane over here. Get ready to go into this building, it looks like. So here we go, nothing coming. And right, how are we going to do for parking here? I probably should have spun it the other way, but there we go. We're not too bad actually, I think we're quite close to where it needs to be anyway. Yeah, so we might be alright with this. Might take a couple of realignments. You can, if you press the F5 key, you can hang out the window. So actually that... Oh. So we're not done too bad there. Straighten her up. Yeah, so I'm going to pull it forward again. Just to straighten it up a touch. But it is nice to try and park it using the mirrors. No, that way. It's the key with this parking is not to make massive adjustments on the wheel. There you go. Now you don't have to have the tractor unit dead straight with it when you park it. Just the trailer's got to be in the slot. There we go, see? Right, lovely. Let's drop that trailer. We'll turn that off. Tractors delivered from Poznan to Lodz. We received 3,227 euros, 212 XP, plus a bonus 40 for the parking. And we hit level 1, which is excellent. So we now get ourselves an unassigned skill point. Temptation is always to go into long distance first because the further you drive, the more money you get. But I'm actually going to go into high value cargo first because it gives us a bit more interesting stuff to drag around. We'll probably go high value cargo, fragile cargo, some kind of corrosive thing, then long distance, I think. Oh, we've also got 2 emails. So first one, brand new Volvo trucks for sale. Should we go and have a look and see what we've got? Here we are. Yes, we'd like to go and see the Volvos. So the cheapest Volvo is 113,000. A Volvo FH Classic Sleeper. That's 420 horsepower to start with. Shouldn't bad actually. This is say 420 on the side. 100. Then we've got the FH Sleeper. It's pretty much the same, I think, but with a bigger cab. Yeah, it's pretty much the same truck. Then, 164, we're going up in the world to the FH Classic. That's got 460 horsepower, standard. FH 500 horsepower standard with a nice price tag. FH Classic. So we're not going to be heading into this territory anytime soon. Oh, that's quite badass. Got on that one. FH Classic, 700 horsepower. Oh, beastie. And then the Globetrotter XL. That's a monster. That's only 600 horsepower, but you can probably get extra engine. So that's not available till level 20, 25, 15. So, yeah, you know, if we're going to be buying a Volvo for our first truck, it's going to be one of these two. But for right now, we ain't got enough money. We've only got 5,508 euros. We didn't assign our skill point, did we? My bad. Right. So there we go. There's the first video in Euro Truck Sim. Thank you very much for watching. Well, we do have one more email actually. Let's have a quick look at that. What's this? Need money, we can help. So, there we go. Look, we can have 10,000, 50,000 or 100,000. Repayment period 35 days, 80% interest, daily instalment 2,888 euros. We're not going to be borrowing anything there because that would only give us 105,000. And if we're going to buy a truck, we want to buy one a bit nicer than 105,000. In fact, we couldn't even get anything at 105,000 from Volvo. So we want to save up, I don't know, 40, 50,000 before we start taking out a loan. But anyway, right. I'm actually now going to sign off this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying it, then leave a thumbs up for me. Chuck any comments you got down below in the comment section. Feel free to come over and see me on Twitch, as I said, twitch.tv/RickyG60. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Sunday, 8 PM till 10:30 UK time. And I'll also try and put out any alerts to let you know when I'm going. And if you fancy me doing some streams here on YouTube, then please let me know, because I'd be well up for doing that as well, because it's really great to have people along for the ride when you're doing these things in a live environment. So yeah, I think that's probably enough rambling for me for one day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.